Ain't no way, ain't no how. I'ma let somebody come shut me down. Hold my own, I'ma stand my ground. I'ma rep my city and salute my town. Said ain't no way, ain't no how. I'ma let somebody come and shut me down. I'ma hold my own, I'ma stand my ground. And I'm ready for whatever, and I still stand proud. Ain't no way. Who you think you kidding, dude? Never thought that I would do.
What up, though? Happy New Year. It is your boy Mike D, host of Wrestling from the 313. And as always, we are live on Facebook and YouTube this week. This episode is brought to you by WSN, the Wrestling Society Network. If you have Roku, Apple TV, or the Amazon Fire Stick, make sure you download the app. Check out all the wrestling content. They got everything from documentaries, wrestling shows from indie promotions, cartoons, anything wrestling, they got it on there. Also go to their website, thewrestlingsociety.com. Sign up for a free account there. Check out all the cool content they have on that website, as well as they have a podcast room with a lot of other podcasters from in the wrestling community. Make sure you check them out. Also, they got a Patreon page. Subscribe to that. That's free. They also have membership options where you can check out some exclusive things as well. And it's good to be back. You know what I'm saying? And my guest today is representing the Minnesota area. He is the GM of True North Wrestling. He is the last outlaw, Jesse James. Jesse James, welcome to Wrestling from the 313. This is your first appearance. How you doing?
Mike D, finally. I finally get to grace the 313.
I appreciate it, man. It's you know, it's been a minute trying to, you know, work something out. Finally got it worked out. And, you know, we're going to talk about your journey and being the GM of True North Wrestling. You got some events coming up. We're going to talk about that. And we're also going to talk a little WWE. Of course, we all saw last week Drew McIntyre beat Cody Rhodes. He is the new WWE champion. So we're going to talk about that and just kind of what we think is going to go, what's going to happen going into WrestleMania. So let's get first question for tonight. For fans who might not know you yet, the last outlaw, Jesse James, how did you first get involved with pro wrestling?
Oh, I mean, I feel like every kid who fell in love with wrestling, I was just randomly scrolling channels and it was like, ooh, what is this? You know, I'll never understand how a kid could scroll past the lights and pageantry and the music and the action and not just instantly be hooked. It's something I fell in love with as a little kid. My dad actually used to work security for wrestling shows at the RPI Fieldhouse in Troy, New York back in the day. So it's kind of something that's been in the family a long time. My family was all fans. You know, we all enjoyed watching it. As a poor young kid, I didn't have cable TV, so it was quite hard to keep up with things as they were happening. But I would buy every WWE video game that would come out back in the day. I spent so much time playing Super WrestleMania on the Super Nintendo. Like, I remember when WWF Warzone came out on the Nintendo 64 and it didn't tell you how to do people's finishers. I had no idea who Triple H was and tried to imagine what the pedigree was.
Right.
Like, just the transfixion it has had on my imagination my entire life is insane. I went to a local show run in my town maybe 6 or 7 years ago, and I had posted pictures from the show of a group chat that I was in. I found out that one of the managers from that show was also in the same group chat, and we had never met each other kind of thing. We met up, we had a good chat, and he asked me if I'd be willing to do a guest ring announcer spot for the company that he worked for. I was like, hell yeah, I'll do that. I ended up doing 51 consecutive shows for that company. Wow. I started out as a one-time ring announcer, and by the time I left, I was driving the ring back and forth. I was setting up rings, I was tearing down rings, I was doing commentary, I was doing ring announcing when the regular guy wasn't there. You know, just kind of learned a lot. and I let my addictions get the best of me. Checked myself into treatment. Got a hold of myself. Proud to say I'm still sober to this day. It was one of those things with True North where a couple of buddies of mine had worked for a not so great promotion, and we all just kind of decided, I think we could do this better. Like, between the connections we have and the people we know, there's no reason we can't run a show. Like, that was the plan, was to run one show. And we had a pretty decent little turnout at that one show. And we were like, hey, maybe we could do this again. So we ran a second show and we had a nice little turnout. And it was like, okay, maybe we could do this on a regular basis. And we've had a change in ownership. One of our original owners stepped away to deal with some mental health issues, which I thoroughly support. Anytime, anywhere, you know, if you're dealing with mental health struggles, please reach out. You're not alone in the world, and the world is a better place with you in it. There's nothing to be ashamed of.
Definitely.
With that being said, we lucked out with Dick Yerke stepped in and absolutely has helped us elevate this company to the next level. The things this man has taught me in a short amount of time is absolutely insane. His in-ring character has retired, so he can now focus on being a backstage presence. We had our last show, we made 3 goals that we wanted to accomplish in the next year. Dick took it upon himself to accomplish all 3 of these goals within the first 2 shows.
Cool.
My biggest thing is I wanted to bring in a big name. May 9th, we're running our second show of the year in Waverly, Minnesota. We are bringing in former Aces and Eights member Wes Briscoe, and then his dad, Jerry Briscoe, making a very rare small venue appearance kind of thing. He almost never even does conventions at this point. Wes is going to be running a seminar to teach you how to market yourself, how to present yourself, how to get yourself booked, how to be a professional in the world of professional wrestling, basically. Jerry is going to be there for meet and greet capacities and hanging out, and I am super excited for it.
That's what's up. So real quick, I know you said that that you used to put together and take down the rings. How long does that take? Because I know of course you do it with a group of people or whatever, but
yeah, if you have 8 solid guys who know what they're doing and 1 person who can direct traffic, you can have that thing from in the truck to fully set up, aprons on, canvases on, everything ready to go in an hour.
Okay.
If you don't have it set up with people who know what to do, there's times it's taken us 3-4 hours. We've got to shows and set the ring up and found out, oh, great, the corner post is busted. So now we got to find a welder, and we're 2.5 hours from showtime.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it's fun, man. It's fun.
That's what's up. So, how did you first connect with True North Wrestling, and what led you to becoming the GM?
The general manager was kind of a role that I felt I could slide into with my experience with the talking aspect. I'm very comfortable in front of a crowd. I usually do the ring announcing anyway, so I figured I would be the authority figure as well. I'm not a trained wrestler, so I don't see like a manager isn't a viable option if I can't take bumps kind of thing.
Yeah, got you.
But I can still Adam Pierce anger a crowd. I'm pretty good at that. I'm pretty good at getting people rowdy one way or the other. It was a lot of, I feel like maybe I had the most confidence of the 3 of us originally to be the one to step out and be the face of everything, which was our original owner that stepped away was also a wrestler. So he didn't want it to appear like, this is my company and I'm booking it like this and blah, blah, blah. So he didn't really even want people to know that he was part of the ownership.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was just the GM seemed like the appropriate role. And it's worked out pretty well so far.
That's what's up. So if you had to describe your GM style, or if you had to compare it to like any of the other GMs from WWE, AEW, TNA, whatever, like who would you think your style is like? You more heel, baby face, or kind of in the
Oh,
middle?
definitely more heelish. I would say, God, this almost sounds like I'm giving myself way too much credit. But current Don Callis in 1997, Paul Heyman had a baby. I can make you hate me, but I'll back it up with facts too.
So do you have like a little crew that you kind of like look out for, or you just look out for all the heels?
I have one guy in particular that I have a vendetta with right now. His name is Porkchop. He broke into my house. He stabbed me in my hand. He broke into my other co-owner's house and stabbed a bunch of autographs, stole a bunch of autographs. He just, he's not been a good dude. And it's like, he's a good dude. So I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know who's in his ear. He's starting to corrupt another one of our guys, the one and only King of Panda style, Eric Only. Eric, come back to us, man. I don't know what's going on here, but you're better than this. You're better than this. Don't do it to us. We also have the return of the one and only A.T. Rude coming March 21st. If you don't know the name A.T. Rude, the last name may sound familiar. His uncle was a certain ravishing one.
Sweet.
Yeah. The wealth of Minnesota wrestling is absolutely insane.
Yeah. And I was just about to say that, like, Minnesota is kind of like what Brooklyn is to basketball.
It's the frozen Texas of wrestling.
Yeah, and Texas,
Yeah, like Brooklyn to basketball. Yeah, man. Rucker Parker cranked out more NBA players than Minnesota's cranked out wrestlers. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, because I know Ravishing Rick Rude's from Minnesota. Mr. Perfect was from Minnesota. I think Ric Flair was from Minnesota.
So Ric Flair is originally, from what I understand, Ric Flair is originally from like Tennessee. But he was adopted and raised in Minnesota. Hulk Hogan also lived in Minnesota for a long time.
Yeah, I think I heard that too. Yeah.
Yeah, X-Pac, Road Warrior Hawk, Mr. Perfect. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Chad Gable, Otis.
Yeah, that's
Anthony Stratton.
Yeah, because every time I think of Otis, I think of Crander Q, because that's like.
Oh man, how you gonna do Crander Q like that? The best spirit in podcasting. Come on, man.
Hey, I know that's his favorite wrestler. Shout out to Crander Q if you
I'm telling you.
Too.
The two biggest personalities I ever met. Crander Q's a riot.
Definitely. So, what's the mission or vision behind True North Wrestling, and what makes it stand out from other independent promotions?
Well, I think the biggest thing that helps us stand out from other independent promotions is we are a completely drug and alcohol-free promotion. We don't sell it to fans. We don't allow it in the locker rooms. It's not I just want to have 2 beers to warm up. If you need to drink to warm up, you're not ready to wrestle.
Yeah.
Plain and simple, my main priority is the safety of my talent, and there's nothing safe about you drinking before matches.
Definitely.
It's one of those things in the company I worked for before that was quite rampant. It was, like half the talent would show up with a case of beer in the locker room. By the time they left, there's 200 empty cans in a high school locker room.
Yeah.
It's like, guys, we can't be having this.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, and I know that it's very frequent that wrestlers, wrestle, intoxicated and stuff. You seen experiences like that where a wrestler was wrestling intoxicated?
Oh, absolutely. And I watched him shatter his ankle.
I was just about to ask if anything bad happened. Wow.
Yep, on it, like you're just running the ropes too, on like a routine Irish whip, just stepped wrong. But yeah, dude was 6 shots deep before the show.
Ooh. Man.
It's like, I'm not going to mention names, but yeah, I watched it happen, and it's just one of those things, man. It's not like, oh, I'm in recovery, so you can't drink. It's no. You know, we have other talent on our roster that's in recovery. That it's not fair to them. We have little kids in the crowd that don't need to see drunk wrestlers. Like I don't need drunk fans trying to fight wrestlers.
I agree. I definitely agree with it.
It's I don't care what you do after the show. Have at it. I'll buy you a drink. Hell, just don't do it at the show. Come on.
Yeah, it still got to be professional. I know, I know it's wrestling, and it's gonna be, you in character and stuff, but still got to have some professionalism.
Absolutely, that's another one of the mission statements. There is bringing the professional back to professional wrestling.
Sweet.
You know, we're trying to do one thing. I feel like we have two major companies here in Minnesota: First Wrestling, Midwest All-Star Wrestling. Both put on absolute massive shows. They put on amazing shows, and one thing they do that other companies do not is continuing storylines. Like I've said from the beginning that a good match will get people to watch, but a good story will get people to watch again.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And that is, I feel like that is one of the aspects that's missing in indie wrestling, and I don't understand why.
Yeah. So I know you being the GM and one of the owners and stuff. So like, is it hard to keep to have like a storyline going in independent wrestling? Because I know a lot of wrestlers, wrestle in different promotions and stuff. So is it hard to keep a story going?
It is and it isn't, because it's one thing I learned especially really quick is you have to assume that everybody in the crowd has no idea what's going on. None of them have ever seen this before. They have no idea who any of these people are. And it has to be presented that way so they understand right now, this is who I cheer for, this is who I boo for, this is who I want to win, this is who I want to lose. I can remind you of what happened at the last show, but what storylines are going on in other companies don't affect mine.
Right, gotcha.
Like I have guys in feuds that are in teams in other companies.
Yeah.
I have guys in teams that are in feuds in other companies, kind of thing. We have to pretend like those other companies aren't running anything storyline wise, or that our fans aren't aware of those stories.
Got you. Yeah, it makes sense, because you don't want to be like, yeah, such and such is over in Minnesota State Pro Wrestling, and he'll be back next. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when he come back, it's no mention of that. It's still the continuation of what the story that you guys got going on.
So like specifically right now, we have a guy coming up in March. He wrestled on our last show. He's the Midwest Princess Cornelius Vaughn. Don't let the name fool you. He'll put you in the ground. He is the current Midwest All-Star Wrestling Innovation Champion, and we recognize that when he comes out. We announce him as the MAW Innovation Champion, but we don't run our matches based off what he's doing there, if that makes any sense.
Got you.
We have guys from other promotions that work there mainly, like we're their side promotions kind of thing. We don't run off of their storylines, because that's not our story to tell.
Got you. So what have been the biggest challenges in running or helping run a wrestling company, especially in today's indie scene?
I think locations are hard. Locations are very hard, because people hear pro wrestling, and there's still that stigma. It's 2025, and there's still that, geez, it's 2026. It's 2026, and there's still that stigma around pro wrestling, and it turns into, just give me a chance. Yeah. Let me show you that it's not what you think it is.
Right.
Here's some videos. Here's what we can bring to the table. Here's what we can offer, and if you can offer these things, it can go quite large.
Yeah, definitely.
It's finding the niche to cater to is another big thing. Like, what you run in one town isn't going to work in another.
Yeah,
you got to know your market.
Definitely. And it's crazy, because it's like you said, you in Minnesota. Minnesota what a lot of wrestling fans would consider wrestling country or wrestling state or whatever. And like you said, it's 2026, and it's like wrestling at this point is like at the top of the list when it comes to pop culture. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you.
And honestly, it's been like that for like the last 30 years. When I mean, you really say 40, like when Hulk Hogan was in WWF, and it definitely exploded during the Monday Night Wars and the Attitude Era and stuff like that. And then we had the Ruthless Aggression era with John Cena.
Oh, yeah.
Then we got Roman Reigns, and then, you know, AEW coming in. So it's like at this point, wrestling is part of pop culture, just like it is with movies and music. And
right, TNA getting major TV deals. Like, it's
yeah.
New Japan selling more subscriptions to Wrestle Kingdom than they've ever sold. Like, we got 15,000 people in America bought a Japanese broadcast to watch a match. They can't even understand the commentators, but they understand wrestling because it's a universal language.
Definitely. Oh yeah.
Like, I agree wholeheartedly. It is at the top of the pop culture scene, but it's like, I have literally brought up, you know, we're a professional wrestling company, and before I can even finish getting my pitch out, I get laughed at and hung up on. But it's like, well, all right then.
Yeah.
Next one.
And I think you would agree too. Like WrestleMania is up there with the Super Bowl and the college football national championship.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? If they're not
bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's how many people in India are watching the Super Bowl? How many people in Saudi Arabia are watching the Super Bowl? How many people in China are watching the Super Bowl? How many people in Germany are watching the Super Bowl? I don't know, but there's millions of them watching WrestleMania.
Definitely. And what's crazy to me, and I always say this, like with Monday Night Raw, like when WWE goes out of the country, like them people, the crowd might not know one lick of English, but they know every word to the theme music, to the phrases.
That's my favorite. That they don't. It's in my head. It's like us singing Rammstein. I'm singing Du Hast, but I don't know what I'm actually saying. Like, I know what he's saying, but I don't know what I'm saying.
Right.
And it's like Kevin Owens talking about he learned how to speak English from Jim Ross watching Raw.
Yeah, so Kevin Owens originally spoke French.
Yeah.
Wow, that I didn't know.
Yeah, he's from Maryville, Quebec, Canada. He didn't speak English until he was like 15 or 16.
Wow, that's crazy.
I might be off on those numbers, but yeah, he was a teenager when he learned how to speak English, and it was from watching Jim Ross on Monday Night Raw. And he was talking on one interview like he thought slobber knocker was a real word.
Hey, that's dope, and you learn something new every day in wrestling. I'll tell you that.
Right. If you want to, you certainly can.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, how does True North Wrestling scout talent? Do you look for specific styles, personalities, or skill sets when building the roster?
So we had an original core of roster of guys that we had. The three owners had worked with previously from other companies that we had a good rapport with. And those guys have since basically recommended everyone else that we've brought in. We've brought in one guy's name is Icarus Alexander. He trained with Caitlin Diamond at the Ironheart Pro Academy right up the road. Fantastic training school. Anybody in Minnesota looking for a training school, get a hold of Caitlin Diamond at the Ironheart Pro Academy. The Hive Training Center, specifically. We brought him in. And he has a tag team partner named Kanan Chorus, and he is like, you need to bring Kanan in. So we're bringing him in. Well, then we had another guy at the show, and Icarus was like, no. Put me with him at the next show. And it's like, those are things like, I know our two styles would go great together. Let us go. And that is something that we're willing to listen to that I know a lot of other promotions aren't.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, this is what we're doing, and this is how we're doing it. If you don't like it, there's the door.
Definitely. So
I ain't trying to be a tyrant.
So it's like you guys, you kind of give the wrestlers freedom, but you still kind of like put your touch on it. You know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the inmates don't run the asylum by any stretch of the imagination, but we definitely read the suggestions in the suggestion box and take them to heart. It's another thing we do that I've never seen another company do is we do potlucks for our talent. Like we bring in all homemade food for everybody. We make sure everybody eats before and after the show. Nobody goes home hungry. I don't care if you're just setting up the ring. I don't care if you're there for music. Nobody leaves hungry.
That's good. That's real good.
Yeah.
So do you guys do like any other like charitable things, or that's just a potluck for now?
Oh, absolutely. Our first show we ran, we did a seizure fundraiser for, I mean, he's a coworker now. He was having seizure issues and was trying to afford a seizure alert dog and was having issues with it. So we ran a fundraiser for that. And happy to say he has since got his seizure dog, 4 months seizure free. Molasses is adorable. Worked out great. The May 9th show, we are also doing another benefit for Carrie Yerke. She's a former teacher from the area. She's been dealing with a lot of medical issues. Her husband was on the board of directors and stuff from the town that we run in. Very, very fantastic lady dealing with a very crap situation at the moment. And it's, you know, we're going to do a silent auction with all of the proceeds of that going to Carrie. We're going to donate 50% of ticket sales to Carrie. We are trying to make a name for ourselves in that area too, that we're not just about generating revenue. Like lining our pockets is the last concern we have at this point.
Gotcha.
It's, yeah, we want to give back to the community. We want, you know, it's, Waverly is not a very big town that we're running in. It's 750 to 1,000 people, but it's something for them to look forward to. It's to the point where I'm already recognizing faces in the crowd. It's like, hey, you were here at the last show. Hey, I remember you from the last 2 shows. And that's really cool. That's really cool.
But you know what? If you keep that same like attitude, you know, as far as like, you know, with the shows, and that's what it should be about right now, you know, especially like with WWE ticket prices being so high.
God.
You even go to a wrestling show, and that's what a lot of guests that I've had in the past, and just being on other podcasts, that one of the things that they've been saying is like support your local.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Not just my independent, any independent that you can go to, go check them out. If you like pro wrestling, you'd be surprised what they're putting out there. This is not. It's not amateurs. It's not little kids. It's not. We can tell what's going on kind of thing. The magic is there in the indies too.
Yeah. And that's the one thing that I can say, like, I've been to a couple indie shows in my area, and then just watching different promotions on the WSN app, and watching it on what's that, Thriller or Triller?
Triller, yeah.
Yeah. Like the TV production of these indie shows are good.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Like just the setup and everything. It's like they putting together like the setup and the Titantron, the little mini Titantrons and stuff they put together. I think it's cool because you know it's creative.
Speaking of indie cards, dude, let me see if I can figure out how to turn my camera. Nope, that wasn't it. Facing back. Alright, I was talking about first, I went to a wrestling show at Mall of America. Of course, the light's shining off of it. A local indie company, dude, Rob Van Dam, Dante Martin, Orange Cassidy, Effie, Ethan Page, Eric Cannon, Warhorse, Billy Starks, Lindsay Dorado. And that's just like off the top at one show at the Mall of America. And tickets were $20, $30, I think.
Hey, that's a good price. That's
like, bro, I got to meet Rob Van Dam. I got to meet Jerry Lynn. I got to meet Matt Cardona. Is my first ever professional wrestler meet and greet, and I asked him about the weather like an idiot. I was 34 years old. I don't think who else was there. Like, it was just an insane night. I've got to meet Earl Hebner. Like the things that have happened randomly since I've been in wrestling are absolutely insane.
Hey, that's dope. And that's the cool thing. That's the cool thing. Like it was a wrestling show at Mall of America, and all it cost was $30. You know,
Yeah.
and you could still have a good time, just as much of a good time at an indie show like you would at a WWE show.
Honestly, you can probably have more fun at an indie show than a WWE show because
That's true.
you're not so pigeonholed. It's not so cookie cutter and scrubbed. I feel like when you go to a WWE show, even as a fan, it's choreographed. Like they tell you when to chant and things like that. Where it's not like that at indie shows at all. And some of the chants at indie shows are the dumbest things I've ever heard, and I love it.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, I've heard some crazy chants at indie shows too. So, what's something fans don't see that goes into planning a live event?
Oh, I would say in order to run a 2.5 hour live show with 30 minutes of that being an intermission, it takes 300 man hours to plan out. The amount of scrambling that's happening backstage while everything in front of the curtain is running like magic is absolutely insane. Like the amount of times I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off 30 seconds before I hit the curtain, and when I hit the curtain, you'd never know that I was just losing my mind. It's a special skill I feel like wrestlers possess.
Yeah. So are you? I know you're not a wrestler, but like you said, you're the GM. You know, you were in front of the crowd and stuff. Like, do you get those jitters too? Like before you hit the curtain, and then once you go out, is it like you get that?
Absolutely. I feel like anybody who works with a crowd does. I mean, I could be wrong, but yeah, it's even just watching people file in. Like, because before the show, I'm in owner mode. So it's, hey, is everybody getting to their seats fine? Do they realize there's concessions over there? Like, have I made it a point so they know there's merchandise for sale? Like, what else can I do right now? And then as soon as the show starts, it's, oh no, I'm a performer. So now I have to switch from owner mode into performer mode, standing at the curtain when your music hits, knees shaking. As soon as you open that curtain, though, and hear everybody yelling, man, it all disappears. It just, there's something magical about that moment, the curtains part, that if you've never been there, you can't understand.
So I know, you playing the heel, and then when you come out and you got the crowd booing you, I know that feels like a great adrenaline rush for you.
It's so fun because I'm such a nice guy in real life.
Hey, but like you said, just working on your character and stuff like that, and you got creative ideas, and you so your name is the last Outlaw Jesse James on your shows, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, sweet. Yeah, so you just get those creative juices flowing, and probably just be thinking about ways to make your character better.
It is. It's character work is the other most unsung hero in indie wrestling. It's I don't want to say everybody because everybody can't, but 90% of wrestlers can do the same moves that you can do. Yeah. It's the way you do it, the way you sell it, the way you make it impactful, the way you tease it for an entire match. That's what the other people can't do.
Yeah. See, I've never been in a wrestling show or whatever. If I ever had the opportunity, one, I'm not wrestling, so that's why I'm up. You know what I'm saying? If they gave me the opportunity to hit a move on somebody, just let me do a Stone Cold Stunner or something. But I mean, I would be cool being like a special guest announcer, or if it's like a big match, just handing the winner the championship belt or something, right, or something cool like that, where it's like you're doing something, but you're not doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Because you still want it to be about the wrestlers and the work that they putting in the ring to perform for the crowd.
And I think that's another one of my favorite roles as the GM is I'm also the ring announcer. So it's like you can hate me all you want because my job is to get them over anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's, yeah, I've been told a couple of times that I'm the only person they've ever seen do it, but I will go around before the show and speak with everyone individually. How do you want me to announce you? Where are you from? What do you weigh? How tall are you? What kind of accomplishments do you have? Do you want me to hit, do you want me to hit it like this? Or do you want me to stretch it out a little bit? How do you want it? And it's like, damn, I've never been asked that before.
But it's like you got to do that because it's like when you're announcing a wrestler coming to the ring, you want, you know what I'm saying, like his achievements, and you want it to sound authentic rather than just saying, hey, this such and such coming to the ring, and
here comes Billy Bob from Minneapolis versus Tony from St. Paul. Where's the hype?
Yeah. And I think that was one of the cool things about Samantha Irvin, the ring announcer.
Oh man.
Yeah. Like the little time that she was in WWE, I put her up at the top.
Agreed.
Because like she gave everybody had like their own little way. She had her own little way how she announced everybody.
Chelsea Green. Yeah. Everybody had their own little thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then it was like when she left, and then it was like the other announcers were doing it. It was like, but it just don't hit the same.
It's like, yeah, forced as hell. Yeah. Finkel was the same way. Howard Finkel always had little inflections on certain people's names, and it was like, I never caught it back in the day, but going back and watching old stuff now, it's like, man, Fink was so good.
Definitely. Especially around WrestleMania. I think he put a little bit more into his
Fink on it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Is there a match or a moment in True North Wrestling's history that you're most proud of so far?
Boy, that's a tough one. I'd say the moment I'm proudest of so far is watching Bash Bronson win the title. Okay. It was, I think a lot of people wrote him off as just another big guy and didn't realize what he was actually capable of. I'm terrified right now because we have our own basically version of Money in the Bank, and the one person I did not want to get it got it. And me and Matthias have not seen eye to eye from day one. I absolutely respect the man and what he's about, but it ain't, in my opinion, it's not the way to go about it.
Right.
Now he's got the contract and he's calling the shots. And there ain't.
So what's True North's, what's the name of their Money in the Bank?
He's just the True North contract holder.
Okay, cool. So as far as like championships and stuff like that, of course I know you guys got a world championship, or
we actually just call it the heavyweight champion because it hasn't been defended outside of America yet.
Oh, okay, cool. What other championships do you guys have?
That's the only one we have officially so far. We have a tag team title in the works, and then we are also working on basically our version of the Ring of Honor Pure Championship. More of a technical mat-based submission title.
Gotcha.
We have a younger guy that just started working for us. He's starting to get his name out there. Elijah Dixon, the one of one. Boy, he has earned that name real quick. That kid's gonna be terrifying. That's all I can say. He's just tearing it up everywhere he goes. I watched that kid twice in the same day, and it was like, how was your second match better than your first?
Wow.
Like he's something else. I highly recommend you look him up. Elijah Harris Dixon. Look him up.
Will do. So I know you said you was creating Ring of Honor pure version for True North Wrestling. So like when you guys do your shows and you have all your belts, are they all going to be defended at the shows, or is it just going to be like kind of like not randomly, but like occasionally?
I believe the goal is going to be to have at least one title defense at every show.
Okay.
Like at least one of them be defended at every show. So far, Bash has just taken it upon himself to defend his title at every show he's had it. He called us like, hey, I want a match, and I already got the guy in mind. And we gave it to him.
Cool.
Yeah,
Thought about doing like a television championship, something that kind of be like the championship that's defended at all the shows, kind of like
we thought about like a Twitch or a indie promotion title, or almost a I don't know what the word I wanted, like a traveling title. Take this and go defend it in other companies.
Okay. Cool.
But then you have to have the other companies on board with that, and
yeah. So
it's easy for us to be like, yeah, we'll advertise that you're the bigger company's champion, but why would they want to advertise that he's our champion?
Right. So have you had other wrestlers from that come to True North? Have they had have defended a title there from another promotion?
They haven't defended a title from another promotion, but they have represented their championships from other promotions.
Okay, gotcha. So, with wrestling booming right now, where do you see True North Wrestling in the next 1 to 3 years? Expansion, streaming?
Oh yeah, we definitely would love to get something worked out to get on IWTV or something like that. I'd like to find a bigger permanent venue, something I can get a couple hundred people in. Each one of our shows has sold a little more tickets than the last one, so it's like if we can keep that streak alive, we're doing good. We have a very good core group of fans. Like there is probably 10 or 12 people that I'm almost positive have been to every one of our shows.
Oh, that's good.
And these are people that I wasn't friends with them before this company. I'm not even positive we had met, kind of thing. And it's like some of these people are quickly becoming very good friends of mine.
That's what's up. Hey,
yeah, the support is there, man.
Definitely. So as a GM, how do you balance the storytelling, competition, and entertainment for the fans?
That's where being a fan first comes in so handy. Is I try to look at it from a fan perspective in that aspect, but then also run it by the other guy. Like, hey, you're looking at this the same way I'm looking at it, right? Like, I'm not the only one who sees this aspect of it, and try to build off those little pieces.
Yeah,
those little connectors. That's where it's at.
So you would say in a way you kind of getting your Triple H on a little bit.
A little bit. Minus Mary and the boss's daughter.
So if fans want to support True North Wrestling, whether they're in Minneapolis or watching from Detroit, what's the best way they can follow along?
I'd say the easiest way to follow along would be look us up on Facebook, True North Wrestling. We're also on YouTube. You can find full matches, clips, highlights, all that good stuff at, I believe, True North Wrestling MN on YouTube. Same logo. Feel free to follow me, send me a friend request. I constantly am sharing out updates and everything. Yeah, those would be the easiest ways. We post constantly in groups like Midwest Independent Wrestling, Indie Wrestling in America. Like, we're very active in all of the indie wrestling groups. Yeah, I would definitely say follow us on Facebook or TikTok even. We have a True North TikTok as well. Also, same logo.
Sweet.
Yeah,
I might be following following you guys on TikTok. I'm gonna double check, but if not, I'm gonna definitely give y'all a follow.
appreciate it.
No problem. So before we get up get up out of here, I always when I had guests on that's in the independents, I love to just talk to them and let them tell their story. And before we get out of here, we got to talk some WWE. One of the big things that happened last week, Drew McIntyre is the new WWE champion, which I think surprised a lot of people, especially going into WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, you don't really see a lot of title changes. So
Yeah, no.
this one shocked a lot of people. So what are your thoughts on Drew being the new champion?
I think not only it being right before WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble, the fact that they pulled a title switch at SmackDown, which I don't think has happened in over 20 years, where the world title has changed hands on a non-pay-per-view.
It's definitely been a long time. I can tell you that.
I didn't see it coming, honestly. I thought, if anything, Drew was going to win by DQ or count out or interference or something, one of those ways where he doesn't get the title. I'm not mad at it at all. I don't understand the Cody hate and slander lately. Like, oh, Cody's boring. Cody's this. Like, Cody's the same thing he's always been. Like, it's short attention span, microwave generation. But
Yeah.
honestly, my only hope is this doesn't lead to another Cody Rhodes Royal Rumble win.
Yeah. And that's the thing I was thinking about with it being so close to WrestleMania. I hope that Drew doesn't have a 2-month, 3-month title run. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody is excited that he's the champion, but going into WrestleMania, depending on what they got locked in already, he could possibly be a 2-month, 3-month champion.
Honestly, it'd be even worse to see him not make it to WrestleMania with it.
That's yeah.
I mean,
Because with everything, because I know he was the WWE champion. Then when he won, because he won during COVID.
Yep.
No, he won the championship during COVID.
Yep.
Then when they came back from when they had the first show with the crowd, he lost the title.
Yeah.
And then he got a rematch and he lost it again and something like that.
I think so.
Yeah. So, I think fans just want to see Drew be the champion again. He's been putting in the work for the last years.
Look how far he's come from 3MB days.
Yeah, definitely.
Being a 3-man band with Heath Slater and Jinder Mahal. Come on.
Yep. And then
Still blows my mind that 2 of those guys won world titles.
Right. And then you got to think about too, he once he left WWE, came back, he went he was in NXT, got called up, he was paired up with Dolph Ziggler. Then he went on out on his own. And
man, I forgot about the Dogs of War.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he after they split, he just kind of catapulted and he's been one of the top guys since then, in my opinion.
Yeah, me and my buddy were just, I don't want to say arguing, but we were debating. Like, I remember when Drew McIntyre originally came in, like before the 3MB run, and Vince McMahon's like, this is the chosen one.
Yeah.
And then he like flunked out and left and came back. My buddy's like, so was Vince right?
Yeah.
I was like, shit.
But you know what? When he left and he was going to the different promotions, he definitely put in the work.
Oh, absolutely.
He was the TNA champion, if I'm correct.
Yeah, he was a couple in England too.
Yeah, I know he was the champion in Evolve too, right?
Evolve, yep.
Yeah, so
yeah, he didn't coast on the I used to be in WWE kind of thing.
Yeah, he kind of put in the work like Cody did. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm hoping that's exactly what happens with Karrion Kross.
Yeah, definitely. Because I don't understand why WWE didn't resign him, and I don't know why they didn't make him a bigger star. Because he got the look, and
he had it. He had everything. Like, why Vince McMahon decided to tinker with his NXT formula, I will never understand. Bringing him out in that gimp mask and the strappy over top, whatever the hell. Like, what are you doing?
Right. Right. So and then on SmackDown, Jacob Fatu came back. So now he's kind of in the picture now. So would you see a triple threat somewhere down the line?
I do, but I also see somehow it's gonna come out that Jacob and Drew were in this together.
Wow, you think so?
I think so. I think the story of Jacob and Cody is far from over. I think the story of Jacob and Drew is just getting started. I'm hoping the story of Cody and Drew is done for now, but I can understand if they pull one more match out of it somehow.
Yeah.
Jacob Fatu has had me so intrigued since his MLW days, cutting promos with a Newport and a bottle of Hennessy. Like, it's the same thing with Zilla Fatu. Like, the dude just has me so intrigued.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about Zilla Fatu.
Man.
Because was he in WWE or like in a developmental or something like that?
I'm not positive. I think he was at one point, but like I know he's just been destroying the indies lately.
Yeah.
Not even lately, like the last 2 years, he's been an absolute indie monster. Like him and Richard Holiday are arguably the king of the indies now that Matt Cardona's been re-signed.
Yeah, what do you think about that? Matt Cardona going back to WWE?
I'm shocked, honestly. Man, I'm not mad about it at all. And I'm super hyped they let him be Matt Cardona and didn't pigeonhole him back to Zack Ryder again.
Yeah. The thing that I'm interested in is like what type of push do they give him? Because from what I read, he's not going to be pushed into like a main event. He's not going
to be world title picture.
Yeah, but it's. I just hope that he has a better role as a mid carder. I hope that they, you know what I'm saying, like push him for a couple of weeks, and then after those couple of weeks, he's wrestling on main event or something like that,
Like, so, honestly, I'd like to see him get put on the same show as his wife. As a family man, I'd love to see him get put on the same show as his wife. I think that'd be great. And like a solid mid-card final boss. Like if you can beat Matt Cardona for the Intercontinental title, it's time for you to go to the main event kind of thing.
Yeah. And he's on there with, because I think he is on SmackDown. So,
gatekeeper, that's the word I was looking for. The main event gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Because he can go, man. I've seen him live a couple of times recently. Like, Matt Cardona can still go.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But I would like to see him be the U.S. champion on SmackDown. Hopefully they give him a good storyline, give him a good run or something, and I hope they don't do him like they did like they did R-Truth.
Oh my God.
So let's talk about some of the call-ups that's happened in WWE. Trick Williams has been called up.
I heard Trick Williams was getting sent back down.
For real?
Yeah, I read it a couple of different places because of the microphone slap. He slapped it so far into the crowd, and they got to teach him a couple of things. I don't know. It seemed like crap, but I read it a couple of different places. Pro Wrestling Torch for one.
Wow, I'm gonna have to look that up. Javon Evans, and of course, the name that everybody is excited about and want to see on the main roster, Obafemi. What are your thoughts on those two being called up, and what role do you see for them?
If they don't fast track Obafemi to the main event, I don't know what they're doing. Plain and simple, like Obafemi and Gunther is money. Obafemi and Drew is money. Like, I would not be mad if Obafemi won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. I would even say Obafemi and Braun Breaker.
Man.
You can still kind of, that I don't think they wrestled in NXT, but I know that they were like.
I don't think they did.
They did?
I don't think they did.
Okay. Yeah. Because and that would be a nice match because, they would be like, they were the top stars in their era.
Yeah, in their NXT eras.
So like when they did the NXT 2.0, Braun Breaker was the guy. And
Yeah.
then when kind of rebranded it, Obafemi was the guy. So, but it's gonna be interesting because I know they both gonna be fighting for that world heavyweight
Oh
championship.
yeah. Javon Evans is the kid's a prodigy. There we go. Like I multiple times just like what in the hell?
Yeah.
It's
And the crazy part with him, he's only 21.
yeah, and he's so consistent about it too. Like it's not he hits that Hurricane Rana smooth 7 out of 10 times. No, no.
Yeah.
No, that boy is butter.
Yeah. And I was reading with him, they were saying that they don't see him as like a top guy or main eventer, but they see him as like one of the franchise players of the company. And I'm not and I don't see anything wrong with that, but I just hope that they give him a push, give him a championship, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I hope it's such a dumb thing to say still because it's such a vanity business. But it's like if Javon Evans put on 30 pounds of muscle, he would be pushed to the main event without a question.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's.
But you know what? I mean, why can't he be another Rey Mysterio? You know,
I was just gonna say, why can't he do what Mysterio did? Why can't he do what Guerrero did? Why, you don't have to be the Brock Lesnar to win a world title.
Yeah, and the last couple of years has shown it. Like Seth Rollins isn't a big guy.
No, Kofi
isn't a big guy. Bret Hart wasn't a big guy. Shawn Michaels wasn't a big guy. They just knew how to perform in the ring.
Yeah, Kofi ain't a big dude.
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
So real quick, I know we had talked a little bit about, you was talking about Oga possibly winning the Rumble. Who do you see winning the Rumble on the women's side?
On the women's side, probably Rhea, honestly. Which I think if she does, there's going to be some backlash. Because get her away from the. Oh wait, her and Rio just won the women's tag title, didn't they? Or her and Io.
Yeah.
All right. It's like I've been seeing it a lot, and I hope it's not true. But friggin' Nikki Bella.
For real?
Yeah.
Honestly,
do I want her to? No, but that's who I think is going to.
Honestly, I hope I would like to see Liv Morgan, or if not Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair.
Where is Bianca?
Bianca Belair had injured her finger at WrestleMania, like she did something with her knuckle.
Okay.
And the it didn't heal properly.
Okay, that's what I thought. As she had been out since Mania. I was like, did she come back and disappear and I missed it?
I think she came back for a minute. I think she was like a special guest referee or something. She was doing something, but she didn't wrestle.
Here's my other question: did Naomi have her baby?
Not yet. Nope.
Damn it! I was gonna say I want Naomi to win the Royal Rumble then.
Yeah, because
I wouldn't be mad at this natty version of Natty Neidhart.
I don't understand why they're not bringing that character into WWE. She needs that. It's time to get away from the pink and black.
Yeah.
I know she's been showing love to, her Hart family heritage and stuff, but it's like Natty need her own. She needs something new right now.
Yeah,
because I like
Natty got an edge to her.
Yeah, just the black on, and she just
the braids and the mouth guard. Yeah. Bring that out.
So yesterday on Raw, Finn Balor is challenging CM Punk for the title. They're gonna wrestle next week. I think this is good for Finn Balor. Finn Balor needs this. I was tired of him like trying to play the leader of the Judgment Day, but you winning tag team titles. Do you think that this match is like could possibly be the start of Finn being back in that title picture?
I really hope so. I think not only that, like If you would have asked me 3 weeks ago if Finn Balor was going to beat CM Punk, I'd have said absolutely not. It's Raw.
Yeah.
What if they did it twice? Like,
Yeah.
what if they really switched world titles on both regular shows?
That would be crazy, and I think Finn Balor deserves it.
Absolutely.
Because he's had title shots. I think he's maybe had, if I could remember, maybe like 1 or 2 title shots since he was the Universal Champion. And he had,
The only one I can think of is Roman when they cut the rope.
yeah, and SummerSlam in Detroit, he went up against Seth Rollins.
Yep.
So yeah, them the only 2 that I could think of. The only 2 title shots that he had. I think if they did that, made him the champion next week, I would not be mad at that.
No. It's like you show me a bad Finn Balor match. I'll wait. I got time.
And then I think that would definitely add another like piece to the Judgment Day story, because I see them eventually splitting.
Oh yeah,
gonna happen. I think Finn, JD McDonough, Roxanne Perez is gonna go one way. Dom and Liv is gonna go another way, but Raquel Rodriguez is gonna be in the middle.
yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? She kind of.
I love Raquel too, man.
Huh?
I love Raquel too, man. She's so good. She's another one I wouldn't be mad at all to see win.
Definitely. And like she's kind of like in the middle, because it's like she's cool with Liv, but then she got kind of cool with Roxanne, with them.
Yeah, while Liv was gone.
Tag team, yup. So I think that's going to be interesting, and I just see Dom and Finn clashing again, and that's going to be.
Oh yeah.
That's where the split is going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised at WrestleMania if we see a mixed tag of Finn, Roxanne Perez, or Raquel Rodriguez against Dom and Liv.
Hell yeah. I honestly was just thinking too, Dom's the AAA champion, isn't he?
Yep. Yeah.
Tell me Dom versus Finn for the AAA title wouldn't be an absolute barn burner.
Right.
I mean, I was just thinking if Finn won the world title, like there's the perfect setup for him and Dom. Except Dom already got a world title.
Yep. Yeah. So WrestleMania is supposed to be not WrestleMania, but SummerSlam is coming to Minnesota soon.
Yep. This year.
Yeah. So what has it been a buzz there, or are you excited?
Oh yeah. I have some friends that work in the hospitality industry down in Minneapolis and St. Paul, and they like hotel rooms are already basically impossible to get for for SummerSlam season.
Because I know as soon as that ad went out when they did one of those pay-per-view PLEs,
yeah,
I know people was on them like, yeah, let me get this room, let me get that room.
The fact that they haven't run a WrestleMania here when we have one of the newest NFL stadiums, and it's like been consistently voted one of the nicest stadiums. We've held massive concerts with, like, Metallica has played at US Bank. We could definitely hold it. We've proved with the Super Bowl we can handle the traffic as the city and a state. Like, give us friggin' WrestleMania, damn it. SummerSlam's a nice consolation prize, but give us WrestleMania.
Definitely. So during SummerSlam weekend, is True North going to run any shows?
Yeah, I think we're going to try to.
Okay. Sweet.
We don't have anything official yet. We're still looking at some new venues, trying to find some partnerships. That's been like I said, man, venues have been the toughest part. It's as soon as they hear professional wrestling.
Man, they got to get over that stigma, and they just got to accept the fact that wrestling is part of pop culture, man.
Right? Like look in the top 10 on Netflix on any given day.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's insane.
Oh yeah.
It's insane that I used to get picked on for liking wrestling, and now I'm sitting here on a podcast talking about it. Like, what a world.
Hey, and I always told myself, I've been telling myself this for the last couple of years, and you should say this to yourself too, just an affirmation. wrestling gonna make you some good money someday, you know. And
Oh, I say it all the time. One day, this is gonna pay off well.
oh yeah, for sure. Jesse, I appreciate you coming through. Real quick, I want to put the flyers for the wrestling shows you got coming up, and
I appreciate it.
let the people know what the show is and what dates.
March 21st, Shamrock Sacrifice, Waverly, Minnesota. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches on the card, including Bath Bronson defending the heavyweight title against Jason Rage. Which, if you don't know about Jason Rage, man, you definitely need to do some research on Jason.
Definitely. We got this one.
Jason's a beast. Yeah, May 9th, we got Wes and Jerry Briscoe coming in. Wes is running a seminar. Jerry's there for meet and greets. We also have 5 matches that night, including Wes Briscoe wrestling in the main event.
Sweet. And one more time, the benefit show.
Yeah, May 9th is also a benefit for Carrie Yerke. She was a former teacher in the area, mom to many in the wrestling community. Their family is just absolutely entrenched in everything indie wrestling in Minnesota. Been dealing with some just crazy, ridiculous health complications, and we're trying to do as much as we can to help out. Fan HQ has donated some fantastic items we're going to be doing a silent auction on. I'm probably going to donate a few things of memorabilia along with a few other people. 100% of the proceeds for the silent auction and 50% of the ticket sales will be going to Carrie for the benefit.
Sweet. That's what's up. And did you want to push any socials and let the people know once again where they can find you?
Yeah, absolutely. You can follow us on Facebook along True North Wrestling. You can follow us on TikTok at True North Wrestling and on YouTube at True North Wrestling MN.
Sweet. Once again, Jesse, want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you for all the hassle of making this happen. Two busy guys finally found a night we both had time.
Right. No doubt. Just want to thank everybody for who watched this episode. Been on a little break for about 4 weeks, but a lot of good things have been happening for the Wrestling from the 313 brand. We hit 900 followers on TikTok. We on the road to 1,000. We also hit 1,000 followers on Facebook. So, if you on Facebook, you're watching this right now, hit that follow button. Make sure you like this episode. Rewatch it, leave comments, share it, or whatever.
Hit them 3 dots in the corner, invite your friends.
Oh, yeah, definitely invite your friends. I also started a LinkedIn page for Wrestling from the 313. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah, so just getting that started. If you on LinkedIn, search Wrestling from the 313, hit that connect or follow button. Definitely follow back. And the one thing that I'm shocked about and surprised and happy about, because I never thought that my YouTube channel would blow up. Right now, my YouTube channel is on the verge of hitting 7,700 subscribers. I think before I started this episode, it was like 7688 or something like that. So we getting close to 7,700 subscribers, and we got over 4 million views. I think we have 4.1, something like that. So anybody that's been on the YouTube channel, liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing, I thank you all. And we on the road to 8,000, 9,000. We definitely gonna get to 10,000, and hopefully one day I'm doing one of these shows and I'm holding one of those press buttons.
And with some golden walls behind you.
And you know what? I hope I get there, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna stay on the grind. And also go to www.wrestlingfromthe313.shop. Get you a t-shirt, get you a hoodie. I got this nice hoodie. I don't know if you can see it right now, but yeah, I got this blue and orange Wrestling from the 313 hoodie representing the Tigers.
Oh, the Tigers! I was wondering why they were Bears colors. It's like, you're in Michigan. Why are they Bears colors? I forgot about the Tigers.
Yeah, this is they road jerseys, road colors. So yeah, you know.
I forgot the Tigers were even a team.
So yeah, just thank everybody for supporting Wrestling from the 313. Support True North Wrestling. Support the last Outlaw Jesse James and everything he's got going on. We will be back next week for another episode of Wrestling from the 313. But until then, for my guest Jesse James, I am Mike B. Wrestling from the 313. We are out. Peace.